The violent confrontation between Philippine troops and the Chinese Coast Guard in Ayungin Shoal has sparked international outrage. Good morning, I'm Gerg Cahiles sitting in for Attorney Karen Jimeno, and this is At the Forefront. Coast Guard spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Rear Admiral J. Tariela, lashed out at China for saying Beijing gave permission for the transfer of injured soldiers from BRP Sierra Madre. The injuries were caused by a violent encounter with Chinese Coast Guard personnel who tried to approach the BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal. Tariela asserts the Philippines does not need to ask permission because it is operating within its territorial waters. To give us her insights on this latest incident, among others, we'll be speaking with Akbayan Party-list Representative Dadah Kiram Ismula. Good morning, Congresswoman.
Good morning po. Sorry.
Well, let's first off, tensions between China and the Philippines continue to worsen with the latest incident of the China Daily's portrayal of Filipinos as a monkey, and then this confrontation with the Philippine Navy, as well as the ownership of Batanes.
Yeah.
How should the Marcos administration solve this problem?
Tama ka, no, George? I was supposed to say na parang nagkakaroon sila ng weekly propaganda, parang may weekly quota sila in claiming and in harassing our territory and our sovereignty. Well, our president, Bongbong Marcos, should he should be on top of this situation. Kailangan isiguro niya na ang ating soberanya at ang ating pagkapanalo sa arbitral ruling sa Hague noong tribunal win natin, kailangan i-assert niya talaga na atin ang West Philippine Sea. For us, yung nangyari sa Ayungin nung nakaraang araw ay ito'y pag-escalate ng tensyon. At kailangan bigyang pansin talaga ng ating presidente. At para sa amin, ang panawagan namin ay kinakailangan pag pinatawag niya ang ambassador ng China, dapat ay hindi lang ipatawag, kundi dapat i-expel na sa Pilipinas.
So you think yung meeting niyan, when he summoned the Chinese envoy sa Malacanang, it's not enough?
It's not enough. Yeah, because why is it not enough? Because it is a continuing strategy of Chinese government in harassing our Philippine fisher folks, our Philippine Navy, and of course our Coast Guard as well. Hindi lang ito yung kauna-unahang pagkakataon na nangyari. From claiming, kiniklaim nila yung Batanes, from bullying us na sinasabing pinoportray tayo sa monkey. So, hindi enough yung pakikipag-usap and dialogue lang with the Chinese ambassador.
Well, it seems like with your tone, parang we are still being nice to China despite what they're doing to the Philippines.
Yes. Ang tono kasi is dahil pinatawag ng ating presidente at ay magkakaroon ng dialogue, obviously, parang ang message na pinaparating natin sa China ay okay lang na iharas tayo ng bansang China, when in fact, hindi dapat ganito.
In fact, the description of Ambassador Jing Quan was, it was a candid and constructive meeting with the president.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Anyway, of course, apart from the confrontations at sea, nakikita din natin yung massive disinformation. How can we stop this? And ang nakakalungkot dito, Congresswoman, we're seeing Filipinos believing in the Chinese narrative.
Yeah.
What can we do?
Sa patuloy na propaganda ng bansang China patungkol sa mga fake news na nilalabas nila, ang Akbayan Reform Bloc ay nag-file ng House Bill 6125 in which ginagawa po nating mandatory education ang patungkol sa West Philippine Sea history, at ang arbitral ruling noong 2026. At sana ay dapat proactive din ito ginagawa ng ating mga paaralan na i-educate natin sa murang edad, sa habang bata pa ang mga estudyante, ay tinuturuan na natin ng tungkol sa West Philippine Sea. Kung ang China nga mismo ay tinuturo nila na illegally yung 9-dash line sa kanilang mga estudyante. Kaya dapat meron tayong pang-counter doon. Kasi kung wala na nga tayo, kinakailangan ng ating mga kabataan ay magpapatuloy na para ipaglaban ang West Philippine Sea.
So far ba, ma'am, hindi ito kasama sa mga pinag-aaralan ng mga bata? This is not part of the curriculum. That's why we need the law to be able to institutionalize this education.
Yes. Currently, hindi kasama sa curriculum ng ating mga estudyante yung West Philippine Sea. Kaya nga, ginagawan natin ito ng batas nang sa gayon magkaroon ng ngipin, hindi lang proactive approach ang mangyayari, kundi mandatory. Yes.
And sir, ngayon, ongoing yung ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting po. And hindi natin alam if this is a coincidence lang that the Chinese foreign minister is here, Wang Yi, as well as the U.S. State Department minister or Secretary Marco Rubio is also here in the Philippines, and they met with our Foreign Affairs Department head. Do you think may mareresolve ba sa problemang ito? And do you think the United States should actively participate in these discussions?
Sa tingin ko, hanggat hindi tinatanggap ng bansang China ang arbitral ruling, hindi nila ito ina-accept, hindi masosolve ang problemang ito. At sa tingin ko rin, yung pagpunta rito ng State Department mula sa US ay maaring maisip din ito ng China na makadagdag pa ng tensyon. Pero tandaan natin, ang bansang Pilipinas, ang gusto nating mangyari ay hindi tayo dependent sa anumang mga superpower countries.
Okay. Now, yesterday, yung ASEAN, they made a stand, no, saying that they wanted a COC, a Code of Conduct, sa South China Sea, between the ASEAN nations and China. Do you honestly believe that mangyayari ito? Do you honestly believe that China will sign a Code of Conduct with ASEAN nations?
Well, I'm hoping that this would na mangyayari ito. But with the attitude that China is providing to us, hanggat hindi nila tinatanggap nga yung arbitral ruling ng patungkol sa West Philippine Sea, again, hindi ito mangyayari. Dahil patuloy pa rin ang pag-provoke nila, patuloy pa rin ang pagkiklaim nila ng 9-dash line. In which, sa tingin natin, even in the international countries, ito ay illegal.
Akbayan, together with Atinito Coalition, you have been carrying out some civilian missions in the West Philippine Sea. Masusundan po ba ito? But before you answer that, Congresswoman at the forefront will be back after a short break. Welcome back at the forefront. We continue our conversation with Representative Dadah Kiram Ismula. Now, let's talk about the civilian mission. The last time, it was May po, di ba?
That was April 30?
April.
Yes, to May 4.
To May, okay.
Yes.
So, eto, nakikita natin kayo, nag-jet ski kayo dyan sa West Philippine Sea. How was the experience? And masusundan po ba yung ganitong civilian missions sa bahagi ng teritoryo ng Pilipinas dyan sa West Philippine Sea?
Yeah. Well, syempre, nung una, yung experience is very overwhelming talaga siya. May takot, syempre may fear din kami, lalong-lalo na sa mga kabataan na kasama naming mga volunteer. Patungkol naman sa next mission, ang atin ito coalition ay patuloy na ina-advocate natin na magkaroon pa rin ng next mission or magkakaroon pa rin ng peaceful mission sa West Philippine Sea. Bagamat lahat ng gusto nating mangyari ay peaceful and gusto nating safe ang ating mga volunteers, pero hindi natin control ang lahat, lalo na kung nandun na kayo mismo sa West Philippine Sea. Kung makikita ninyo yung wartime ships ng mga Chinese vessels. Pero patuloy natin ito gagawin hanggat hindi natin nakukuha na malaya nating napapasyalan, malaya tayong nakakapaglayag, at malaya tayong nakakapangisda sa ating karagatan.
China's narrative is that during civilian missions, pinoprovoke daw natin yung China to, para harangin tayo, iharas tayo. That's just a reactive action sa ginagawa ng Pilipinas, ng civilian missions natin. What can you say about that?
Paano mo masabi na ang isang aksyon na ginagawa natin ay nagpo-provoke kung nakasaad naman sa arbitral ruling na atin nga ang West Philippine Sea? It's normal to go to the places that our sovereignty owns, that the Philippine government owns. So, hindi po tayo nagpo-provoke. Gawa-gawa lamang po yan ng bansang China. Alam naman po natin na mahilig talaga sa fake news ang bansang China.
Do you support those military drills with the United States, Australia, Japan, and other ally countries in the area of West Philippine Sea?
Any military or any other countries agreement with the Philippines, ang kailangan natin makita at i-make sure ay hindi tayo dependent sa kanilang superpower, and kinakailangan i-make sure natin na tayo ang masusunod, tayo yung magdidikta ng anong gusto nating mangyari. However, we support that maritime, peaceful, joint exploration na kailangan gawin sa ating bansa ay in a peaceful manner, maaring mangyari.
Okay. But kasi yung comment ng iba, kapag nagkakaroon ng military drills, especially with the United States, sa ating karagatan, mas lalong nagiging aggressive yung China.
Yeah.
Do you agree and why?
Again, babalik ko doon na kahit pa man sa dating administrasyon, sa nung nakaraang administrasyon, lantaran naman tayo noon na very supportive and very open tayo sa bansang China. Pero bagamat na ganun nga tayo, ang nangyayari is pinubuli pa rin nila tayo at hinaharas pa rin. So, any country siguro na papasok sa ating bansa, the China will keep doing that. So,
Walang makakapigil sa kanila.
Walang makakapigil sa kanila despite of very obvious na yung pang-encroach nila sa atin.
Yesterday, we spoke with Ray Powell of Sea Light Foundation. He mentioned that the Philippines should watch out for China's increased patrolling in the eastern Batanes area. Although binawi na ng mga Chinese scholar na part ng territory nila yung Batanes. But ano yung ibig sabihin nito para sa'yo? Na initially may claim na Batanes sa kanila,
Tapos
binawi. Pero may increased activity sila dyan sa bahagi ng Batanes. Anong ibig sabihin nun para sa inyo?
Well, kung ganon din lang na nagkakaroon ng increasing actions yung China dyan sa Batanes, it is obvious that they are lying nung sinabi nilang binawi ng mga Chinese scholars yung pagkiklaim nila sa Batanes. So definitely our Philippine government should also look into this. Hindi lamang ang West Philippine Sea ang kailangan nating tutukan, kundi ang buong bansa. Di natin alam, baka bukas makalawa ang Mindanao naman ang kanilang ikiklaim, di ba?
And not all lawmakers share your opinion on the issue of the West Philippine Sea. What can you say to those lawmakers who are taking a stand na mas leaning towards China?
Nakakalungkot ito na may ganitong mga lawmakers. Pero isa lang masasabi natin, mag-resign na sila. Dahil bakit? Tumatanggap sila ng mga hard-earned money ng ating mga Pilipino, ng mga mamamayang Pilipino. Pagkatapos ay ang gagawin nila ay magiging traitor sila sa ating bayan. So, dapat kung ganito din lang, ang loyalty nila ay nakadepende sa Beijing at mas sila pa yung lalabas ng mga propaganda at sinusuportahan nila yung propaganda ng Beijing, dapat magbitaw na lang sila.
Well, Congresswoman, the Philippines needs to boost its military capabilities to increase patrols in the West Philippine Sea at mabantayan ang ating pulo-pulong bansa. But this could mean spending billions of pesos. The government also needs to allocate resources for programs to help poor Filipinos. So how do you strike a balance between these needs?
Well, kailangan natin tignan na yung poverty or pag-alleviate natin ng poverty at saka yung pagde-develop natin ng ating security in our country is also two things na parang magkaiba pero it's the same. Dahil kung anumang development in terms of security ang ginagawa natin, ina-alleviate din natin ang poverty sa ating bansa.
All right. With that, thank you very much po, Congresswoman Dadah Kiram Ismula, for joining us this morning. Every confrontation in the West Philippine Sea is a reminder that sovereignty must be consistently defended, both at sea and through diplomacy. Alliances strengthen the Philippines' position, but they cannot replace our own commitment to uphold our rights under international law. The country's interests are best protected when its government speaks with clarity, acts with consistency, and its people remain informed and united about what is at stake. Be informed, be insightful of the news. I'm Gerg Cahiles. Always stay at the forefront.